You're floating in a circular sack inside your mother, one of 9 siblings all similarly packaged like some bizarre underwater grocery store display. Each of your sacks suddenly ruptures in sequence, and before you can even orient yourself, your mother forcefully ejects all 9 of you into the pitch-black abyss of the deep ocean. No goodbye speech, no here's how to survive pamphlet, just an unceremonious eviction into the void. Classic shark parenting. The moment you're free, an overwhelming urge hits you. Get away from your siblings immediately. You all scatter in different directions like underwater fireworks, your tiny bodies disappearing into the darkness. But why this instinctual flee response from your own family? Perhaps it has something to do with the fact that despite being only 5 inches long, you're already equipped with a circular mouth full of sharp, triangular teeth and jaws designed to carve perfect plugs of flesh from anything they touch. That's right, you're born ready to inflict cookie-cutter wounds from day one. You pull out your checklist. 2 urgent tasks need attention. Find something to eat before starvation sets in, and figure out how this weird body of yours actually works. You circle the first task. Food is non-negotiable. But given that you're barely bigger than a human's index finger in an ocean of creatures that could swallow you without noticing, this isn't going to be easy. Then something strange happens. As night falls in the world above, not that you can tell in this eternal darkness, you feel a peculiar urge to swim upward. Your body seems to know something your brain doesn't. Time for the Great Migration. You begin ascending from the depths, along with countless other deep-sea creatures performing this nightly ritual. Thousands of feet above, the nutrient-rich surface waters await. As you near the upper layers, you notice massive shadows passing overhead. Creatures so enormous they block out what little ambient light filters down from the surface. Near the surface, exhausted and still hungry, you pause to rest. That's when something bizarre happens. Your body starts to glow with an eerie greenish light. Panic sets in as you light up like an underwater Christmas decoration. You're basically a neon eat me sign in the darkness. You dash for cover, certain you've just activated some evolutionary self-destruct sequence. But as you hide, you notice something odd. The glow isn't uniform. There's a dark patch on your underside, near your throat, that remains completely black against your glowing body. Even stranger, a curious small fish is approaching, seemingly drawn to this dark spot like a moth to anti-flame. You remain perfectly still, your tiny heart racing as the fish gets closer, investigating that mysterious dark patch. The moment it's within range, bam! Your circular jaws latch on with surprising force, and with a quick twist, you've carved out a perfect plug of flesh. The injured fish darts away, leaving you with your first meal. That's when you understand. The glow isn't a defect, it's a sophisticated hunting tool. Your bioluminescent body blends with the faint light filtering down from above, creating counter-illumination camouflage that makes you nearly invisible from below. Except for that strategic dark patch, which mimics a small fish to potential prey. You're basically a deep-sea anglerfish in reverse, luring prey not with a light, but with a shadow. You pull out your checklist, check off both items on your list. Food, acquired. Understanding your bizarre body, making progress. Several months have passed since your first successful hunt, and you've grown from a tiny 5-inch baby shark to a slightly less tiny 8-inch juvenile. Your circular jaws have strengthened, and now that you're a little grown up, it's time for some more exciting challenges. You pull out your checklist, flipping through the pages. Small prey hunting and bioluminescence control, already mastered. If you flip through the page enough, there's a new task awaiting. Attack something ridiculously larger than yourself. Next to it is another objective that appears to be something even bigger, though the details are fuzzy. You circle the first task with determination. During your nightly vertical migration to surface waters, you notice those massive shadows again, the ones you've been seeing since your birth. Tonight, one particular shadow catches your attention, a yellowfin tuna about 6 feet long. The flesh on its body looks amazing, and its shiny scales are practically hypnotic, making your mouth water. You decide to trail behind it slowly. But how do you attack something so monumentally larger than yourself? You can't exactly tackle it or wrestle it into submission. As you ponder this strategic challenge, you realize you don't need to lure this giant. You're so small that it probably won't even notice you latching onto its massive body. You position yourself beneath the tuna and make your move, latching onto its side with your circular jaws. Your teeth sink in, and then the real magic happens. Your entire body spins like a drill bit, using powerful neck muscles to rotate while your teeth maintain their grip. The sensation is incredible, like nothing you've experienced before. Within seconds, you've carved out a perfect circular plug of tuna flesh about the size of a golf ball. You detach and dart away quickly as the massive fish thrashes in surprise. But it doesn't pursue you. You're too fast, and to be honest, it probably barely registered your attack as more than a pinprick. You savor your prize, so much more substantial than the tiny fish you've been surviving on. The nutritional payload is enormous compared to your usual fare. You check off the attack something ridiculously larger task with pride, but this tuna, as massive as it seemed to you, is just the beginning. Those other shadows you've seen, the truly colossal ones, they're next on your list. As you're swimming back to deeper waters, drunk on success and a belly full of premium tuna, you fail to notice the barracuda following you. It's been tracking the blood trail from your meal, and you're now on its menu. The predator lunges without warning, its needle-like teeth missing you by inches. You drop your precious tuna chunk in panic and dart toward the darkness below. The barracuda is faster, cutting you off before you can reach the safety of the deep. In a desperate move, you activate your bioluminescence to full brightness, an underwater flash grenade. The sudden light confuses your pursuer for long enough for you to slip away into a narrow crevice in the reef below. Heart pounding, you wait as the frustrated barracuda circles above. That was close. Too close. Turns out being a parasitic predator comes with its own risks. You're specialized for hit-and-run attacks, not prolonged chases. Your teeth might be impressive, but the rest of you is basically a snack-sized package for larger predators. Once the danger passes, you continue your descent, thinking about your next challenge. Those jaw muscles of yours are developing nicely. They need to be, considering they're doing the work that a full body would do for most predators. Pound for pound, they're becoming some of the strongest in the ocean, capable of generating incredible force for your size. The coming weeks turn into months as you hone your skills on increasingly ambitious targets. A year passes and you've officially graduated from tuna to the big leagues. Your checklist now includes dolphins, small whales, and even larger sharks. Each presents its own challenge. Dolphins are quick and smart, often darting away if they sense you approaching. Whales have thicker skin, requiring more muscle power to extract your cookie. But nothing beats the satisfaction of carving out a perfect plug from creatures hundreds of times your size. 2 years into your life, you're now a foot long and have become an expert in the hit-and-run technique. You attack, spin, extract, and vanish before your massive victims even realize what happened. Most don't even bother to chase you. The wound you leave, while perfect in its circular precision, is little more than an annoyance to creatures so large. One night during your usual vertical migration, you encounter something strange. A massive metal object making unusual sounds in the water. It's not alive, yet it moves and hums with energy. It's a submarine, though you have no concept for such human inventions. What you do sense are the electrical fields it generates, similar to what living creatures produce, but much stronger. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you approach. The metal skin is unlike anything you've tried to bite before, but your instincts kick in anyway. You latch on, spin, and to your surprise, your teeth actually penetrate the rubber coating on an underwater cable trailing behind it. The engineers on board will later be baffled by the perfect cookie-cutter hole in their equipment. They'll never suspect a shark your size could be responsible. Over the next few years, you develop quite a reputation among the creatures of the deep. Whales bear your circular scars like badges. Submarines return to port with mysterious holes in their sonar equipment. You've even attacked a nuclear submarine, though the incident was classified by the Navy. If they only knew the culprit was a shark smaller than a house cat. After 4 years of life, your body is reaching its full adult size. Just under 20 inches, not exactly impressive by shark standards. But it's mating season, and size isn't everything. In the darkness of the deep ocean, you detect pheromones from a female cookie-cutter shark. The courtship is brief and utilitarian. No elaborate dances or romantic gestures here, just 2 cookie cutters passing genetic material in the darkness before going their separate ways. You'll never meet your offspring, but they'll carry on your legacy of perfectly circular bite marks. Just the next day, you're looking for another meal, but today the ocean seems unusually empty. Hunger drives you deeper than normal, where you spot a lanternfish. Nothing impressive, but food is food. Your approach is flawless. Teeth sinking in, body spinning, extracting a perfect cookie-shaped chunk. Just another routine meal. As you swim away with your prize, something feels wrong. A strange tingling spreads from your mouth throughout your body. Your swimming becomes erratic as muscle spasms take hold. Your vision blurs. That lanternfish must have been carrying something. A passenger invisible to your electroreceptors. You try to descend to safer waters, but your body no longer responds. Your bioluminescence flickers uncontrollably like a dying light bulb as convulsions rack your body. The legendary jaws that pierce submarine cables go slack. As darkness closes in, the final irony isn't lost on you. The perfect predator, taken down by an invisible parasite hiding in the most ordinary of meals. A thin, pale worm emerges from your lifeless eye socket, waving gently in the current. The hunter of giants becomes just another link in the deep ocean's food chain.